I wanted to celebrate the coming seasons of spring. I love seasons. And I titled this one, Today May Be the Enemy of Tomorrow. Because sometimes we need to end some things so that we can have a better tomorrow. And for some that may come easier, and some it may be a little more difficult to end some things so that we can have the tomorrow we want. And I thought, what a wonderful time to be talking about that as we talk about the seasons of life, and even just the seasons that we have as far as springtime. You can see the beautiful redbud coming next to me, and then the tree here just starting to bud. And then there's some over here that have fully come to, and then we've got this one tree, I don't even know what it is, but man, it's just got some beautiful leaves on it. I'll share here. The sun scorched some of them, but it just reminded me of the seasons that we have in life, and that today we may need to prune a little bit so that we can see the fullness of what is in store for us in the future. So to do those things, we have to end some things. And man, as I'm reflecting on our past year and a half as a family, some of the things that we've worked on intentionally to end a few seasons so that we could really enjoy the seasons that we're in now. A season with a new grandbaby, for those of you that don't know, a season of a little less things on our plate so that we could have the right things on our plate. So what I want to encourage you with today is that today matters. Today matters. The decisions that you make today matter for tomorrow. If you want tomorrow to be your masterpiece, then you can't let today be an enemy of tomorrow. That means we've got to make decisions, think about what we want, and be intentional in how we're approaching life. And, if you've been following me for a long time, at the first of the year, January, February, March, I was encouraging you to have a vision, to reflect on your year, to gain the insights from last year, and then to begin working forward to what you want. And what I want to encourage you with today is that today matters. How you manage those decisions that you've made, the visions you've put for you, and you need to do it with intentionality. Anything worthwhile is uphill. It takes work. It takes intention. And I want you to have that intention so that you can create the significant story that's laid out in front of you. I believe you are significant. And in that significance, if we're intentional, man, what we can get. This morning I had a gentleman in one of my groups share just an amazing gratitude that he got from somebody in his family, and it was just such a beautiful thing. But it took intentionality. So don't let today be an enemy of your tomorrow by letting things continue that need to end. So what happens when you think about an ending? Internally, if you have to end something, whether it's an ending of the way that we have a relationship, an ending of a relationship, an ending of a habit, an ending of something that maybe is in your comfort zone, that stretches you out of your comfort zone, what's your internal reaction? What's your internal map to that ending? And when you think about those reactions, what do you need to do to grow through them so that you can live out the vision that you have in the future? So don't let today be an enemy of tomorrow by not ending some things that need to end so that you can have a beautiful new season that brings about new life, that brings about the fullness that we can have. As we're seeing in the springtime with these trees that are coming up, and then they're all in different seasons. Like this one's just now barely getting its leaves. But man, it had to end some things last season. It had to drop off a few leaves. There's some hydrangeas in front. I'm not going to walk around and show you, but we had to trim quite a bit back so that we can see the beautiful hydrangeas coming in the spring, and I can't wait to show those with you. So today matters. so that we can live out our masterpiece tomorrow. What is your masterpiece? And don't let today be the enemy of tomorrow by not ending some of those things that you know need to end for you to get to live out the fullness of the vision that you have in the future. I'm here today celebrating many of those things that were not easy over the last few years. But remember, a leader's first responsibility is to define reality and then to tell others, maybe not what they want to hear, but what they need to hear, and ourselves. Because who's the hardest person to lead? Me.